You want to talk about flavor and seasoning? This is going to be the best chicken wrap you have ever had. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Seasoning. I am your host, Farnum, and today is our second video back since our 1-year hiatus here on YouTube, and I've got a gem for you. When I tell you this thing is going to be flavor-packed, smoky, exotic. Yeah, that's a different word for More Seasoning. And honestly, incredibly simple. It is a chicken shawarma wrap. It is not traditional. We're gonna do things a little bit differently today to make this easier and add a little bit more flavor and contrast. I promise you, you're gonna love this thing. We got the ingredients coming in 3, 2, 1. For the ingredients, you're gonna need pita bread, chicken thighs. I did bone in, skin on. I'll show you how to take it all off because it's way cheaper. For our ground spices, we're gonna need garlic powder, turmeric, smoked paprika, cayenne, and onion powder. Then for our whole spices, we'll need allspice, whole cloves, coriander, cardamom, and some whole cumin seeds, some granulated sugar, white distilled vinegar, lemon, probably 2 of them, some tomato paste. I recommend getting the tubed one so you can reuse it later, some good old finger stink, some fresh dill, some low-fat yogurt for our sauce. And for our toppings, we've got lettuce, tomato, pickle, and onion. And lastly, we're gonna need the oil of olives. All right, you can get boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I did skin on with the bone because it's like $6 cheaper. I know shit's expensive out there for you guys, so I wanted to give you the option, show you how to do it. First, you're gonna use your hands and then you're gonna peel away the fat layer on top. If there's any extra, use your knife. Next, we're gonna remove the bone. Just slide your knife along the bone until it peels the meat away. You wanna go on the sides as well. Then, slide your knife underneath, take the bottom out, and go the opposite way and take the top off. Now clean up any unnecessary fat, but don't remove all of it. De-skinned, deboned, now we're gonna make nice thin slices against the grain. And that's exactly what you're looking for. And once you finish cutting all your chicken, just slap them into a bowl. All right, next we're making our marinade. We start with our whole spices. So I've got about 8 allspice berries, 6 cardamom pods, a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon of cumin, and 4 or 5 cloves. Now we're just gonna toast them on medium heat. You gotta keep this stuff moving or it's gonna burn. All right, now when you smell these spices, they should be very aromatic, almost pungent to the nose. Now we're gonna remove all the seeds out of these cardamom pods. Now we're going in with our ground spices. I'll give you the measurements now. Half a teaspoon garlic powder, half a teaspoon onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne. If you wanna ruin this marinade, put a lot of turmeric and you gotta go super light. I'm literally gonna do like an 1/8 teaspoon. Very, very light on this. And 3/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Well, I was more like a teaspoon, but it's fine. 3/4 teaspoon sugar. And this is optional if you want. I'm just saying, a little MSG. Make it taste a little better. And a nice pinch of salt. Now we're going in with about 3 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar, the juice of half a lemon, about 1/4 cup of some olive oil. And I almost forgot a couple tablespoons of some tomato paste. I don't mind going a little heavier on this because it does have a really nice flavor to it. Now mix. All right, mine's a little thick, so I'm gonna add a little bit more white distilled vinegar and a little more olive oil. We're looking for soup, not mud. All right, now grab your sliced chicken. And we're gonna pop this chicken into our marinade and then massage all of that marinade into your chicken. We want it nice and coated, getting every single crack and crevice. Beautiful, and now you've got your chicken marinating. Smells amazing already. All the tedious stuff is out of the way. We're literally right about to cook, but first we're gonna make our yogurt sauce really quick. Trust me, this thing is delicious. First thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna take plain whole fat yogurt. I'm gonna do a couple scoops in here, as much sauce as you want, honestly. Now I've got about 3/4 cup worth of yogurt. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some lemon juice and squeeze that lemon in there. I'm gonna start with a cheek of lemon, and this should thin the sauce out pretty well. Now I'm gonna take 1 garlic clove, and I'm just going to grate that in here. Now I'm gonna take the same microplane, and we're gonna get some lemon zest in here, so I'm just gonna grind my way around. We're gonna zest about half this lemon. Whoop, runaway lemon. Okay, there's our zest. Pop that right in. Just gonna add a nice pop of brightness. What else is gonna add some freshness is a little bit of this dill. So I'm gonna take some of this dill. Beautiful, go ahead and get it off of the thick stalks. I'm gonna use about that much, cut that in half, and then we can just easily run through this one time. Now I'm gonna pop my dill in. Always gotta go in with some salt. I'm gonna use a nice pinch, and then some of this black pepper. Maybe about 10 to 12 cranks. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have a delicious yogurt sauce, and you're just gonna taste for salt or lemon. Delicious. Light, cool, refreshing, little bit of zest from that garlic. Pop this in your fridge. This is gonna go on our chicken when it's nice and cold. All right, the last bit of prep that we gotta do are just our veggies. I'm not gonna take too long on this. You're gonna slice your mini pickles into quarters. Then you're gonna cut your tomato into nice slices. Don't forget to salt. And then we're just gonna go pole to pole with our onions for some nice red onion strings. Finally done with the prep. Now we just have to cook this chicken, and it is incredibly easy. Let's go. All right, we're over at the stove. Very, very simple, guys. Got our chicken. I've got a large frying pan on a high heat. I'm just going in with a drizzle of avocado oil because we have a lot of oil in our marinade, so we don't need a ton, but I do just want to lube this up slightly. Beautiful. All right, look. Now we're just gonna grab our pieces and lay them in. Now you don't want to crowd your pan too much or they won't get a nice crust on them. Take your time, space them out, let them cook. All right, now look, when you start to get little black bits around the edge, that's when you know it's time to flip, okay? That's when we're gonna get our little bit of a crust. How fire that looks. Now, once you get some color on all sides of this chicken, it's not gonna take too long. That little black bit is perfectly fine. We're gonna pop them onto a plate or into a bowl. All right, now look, your spices are gonna burn and stick. You're gonna add some water, scrub your pan off, and then repeat the process. I know it's a little inconvenient, but I promise you it's worth it. It's the next couple minutes. It took 60 seconds, if that. We're back on here, oil, medium high heat, and then we're going to sear again. I've kind of moved these around. I've added some new chicken to the pan on the spots that were getting hot. Cools those spots down, makes this go a little bit quicker so I don't have to wash it every time. All right, we're down to our last step. Optional 2 steps. I recommend the optional one. Okay, first we got our pita. We're just gonna throw that over a nice low heat, flipping consistently. And if we look back here, what I've got is some charcoal that I've had on my burner, and we're gonna smoke these. I'm gonna pop it back in here. It smells absolutely insane. Hot charcoal is gonna go into olive oil, and what that's gonna do is it is literally, as you can see, it's gonna start smoking it in here. And this is going to infuse an absolutely wonderful flavor into that chicken. We're just gonna go ahead and flip our pita consistently. It's smoked, we got our pita going. We're gonna put this thing together. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize that the construction of the shawarma was out of focus. It's my bad. I've been filming by myself because I moved across the country. But taste test time, chicken shawarma. This smells and looks absolutely delicious. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. My voice just cracked. Let's go. Oh my God. The flavor of the chicken is just literally absolutely insane. That bite right there, felony. The smokiness from the charcoal, all of the veggies, the tomato, the pickle especially. Listen guys, there's no f***ing around about it. This is the best chicken wrap that I have ever had in my entire life. The flavor, the exotic flavor on top of that comes out of this, it makes me want to drive a bus into a brick wall. This is a 5 out of 5 on the star scale. If you're still watching, please hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment below. I know I have food all over my face, but it's totally worth it. Appreciate y'all. See you next week. We out. La 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 la. Oh, I'm sad it's over.